Okay, so here's what I'm comfortable with that I think is good. I think you can take and give yourself the best office here, and that's going to be a nice, wide, pretty deep office. I mean, that wall, I moved that wall way out from where your office was, so you're basically going to have like a 2 times as big office with a really good conference room, and you could even keep this exterior door. This is where it gets expensive, is you start fucking with these doors. It's gonna be very expensive. The other thing you have to be mindful of is plumbing. You cannot move this stuff. Wherever the plumbing is on the other side, maybe if it's backed up to here, that's the best case. If it's over here, you got to keep it over there. Wherever it's at, you can't really change the plumbing very easily. You can. It's just more expensive. This right here looks like there's a load wall in there, and this is a load wall as well. So not that that's a big deal, but you'll want to plan around that. So if this was all open, you're going to have a post right here, which is fine, but you might as well just put that into a wall of some sort if you can. All I was saying is I need to just know the number of offices. This area back here, I would say, anywhere in this entire area, there's no windows. So this area should have whatever you want to be the most secure, and you can have a mezzanine, right? So you could have this thing here with a stairway up to it like your current setup is. You can go up here and have a nice big open area with a nice covered area underneath. Maybe one's your build, one's your assembly. Maybe all your machines are on the first floor and all of your assembling is on the second floor, right? So like machine first, assembly second. Or, you can spread that out too. But, if you can work with the vertical space, you're going to get so much more out of your shop. So then, I think an important one would be, this is a great area right here for shipping. You have your electrical panel. You're going to get the most out of your buck for that, being close to the doors, so you're not moving things around a ton. You're going to want to probably try and save this bathroom, which is why this area I like right here is pretty locked in. I think that's a good area we did there. And then, let's put this here just so you remember that's there. This guy's got his kind of goofy, I can't remember where his bathroom was. I feel like his bathroom was like right here, because he had the mezzanine stairs back here like this, and then they kind of go up, and then they go over, and then they kind of look over like this, and you're looking down into this garage area. It wasn't this far over though, it was like over here. So it was like that. So it's kind of tucked. And then this area went over his entire space this way, I thought. But kind of a dinky overhead area. You probably would demo that. So basically, I have an architect for you. We can get in touch with him, set up a call. I just want to download your brain on everything you want, and then you should just pay some kind of a fee to Mike and I, and we will just do the entire thing for you, and you don't have to think about it. You can just point and say, this is where I want that, and then we'll just make it happen. We'll handle all the subs, all the demo guys. It's not going to be hard. It's just like building out the inside of a house. So you're going to have your drywallers and your electrical and your plumbing and all that kind of stuff. But this is I just talked to Mike on the phone. So basically, I think that what you'd want to do is just demo as much as you can, change everything around. I'd open up any ceilings where you have your black ceiling. I would try and open up that entire space right here just to be vaulted. It's going to make it feel so much bigger inside. That's a big one for me. I hate when they put ceilings in that don't need to be there. So you can do that kind of stuff. You could even have a second level up there because you do have a ceiling already, which means you would just have to add some trusses to hold up that level. So you could realistically, you could have a nice storage space all up into on the second floor up above there. You could use that as storage. I mean, if you're going to go through and get the process done, you might as well maximize it, right? Whether you do it all right away or not is up to you, but you should be able to have that option. So, get my eraser here. Get rid of all that. But essentially, you're just going to want to figure out every little thing here. But I think you having a big office and a big conference room is great. I also think this retail area is really tight. That's a good 15 feet deep, which is, I mean, you know where your bathroom is. It's about the same depth as that, but it's going to be a lot wider, which will give you a lot of natural light, a lot of windows, which is pretty inviting. Let's see, what else was I going to say? I know. So yeah, so like your build room thing you were talking about, like I think that this, you can have a big space be a build room. And anywhere you do 2 wide offices, you could do 2 tall offices next to it to accompany it. So like, 2 offices right here, opening this way, then you do 2 vertical ones. But there's a bathroom there, obviously, so you can't. But you could do the same thing on the wall coming this way, right? So that's where I had my 2 over here, and then they went that way, and then you have another one here, and you could even have one over here. I don't know how we'd want to lay that out. The other side of that is, maybe you do all this the opposite direction, and instead of going that way from the wall, you get rid of this guy and the couch thing, and maybe you come this way off the wall instead. Or maybe you make your entryway like this kind of double paralleled thing that's like cool, and you have this, and then you have another one here. Draw this out over there. That's all lined up, but basically you could do a nice like wall that goes this way. Then you could have another, a secure wall that has a double door to get back into your shop, where then you could have, office, there's probably a bathroom, and then you could have another office. I'd recommend probably doing offices like on the sides, right? Because then your interior is a little more open, unless you push all the offices to one side and then the other side be more open shop. But I think since you already have a good amount invested in this space, you could keep your cage where it's at, right? This can be, you could blow that wall out to your current build room thing, and you could have that be a big cage with a lot of security, and then above it you could build it out to overhang it, and then you'd have a first and a second story right there. But this definitely, you can double the amount of space you have here. So you might have 8. You might have 48. What was it again? I think it was 8. Was it 8,000? 6,000. Hello. You can literally do some double story there to make it like crazy. Way more square footage, but that's kind of where we're at. But let's meet with the architect. Let's get some more of your ideas. Keep scratching stuff. Keep using that app. Keep drawing things, and let me know.